Hi, this is Robin Brooks with Reading with Robin. This story, Judy and the Volcano, is written by Wayne Harris. This is for 2nd through 4th grade. And again, I'm going to mention a word in the story and would like for you to take the time out throughout the rest of the day to look it up on the internet, use it, figure out what you can do with it. It's kind of pretty cool to have a code word or a special word in a story that you search out and learn more about. Okay? But before I get started with the story, let me read you a little poem. What story do I choose? Oh, what will it be? Something funny or something sad? Should it be about manners, good or bad? Will it be adventurous or will it be boring? I don't want to catch you all snoring. Something about the outdoors or maybe something in? Well, let's just see. Close your eyes and let your imagination in, because our story is about to begin. Judy and the Volcano. When it comes to writing stories, there is no doubt about who is going to get top marks. It is Madeline Coursey. Always Madeline Coursey. I can't stand it. Ooh, I think she's a little grouchy. Mrs. B, the best you can be, always says Madeline's got imagination. Guess what? Imagination is your code word. Well, so what? I have it too. Once I wrote my whole story in invisible ink. That's pretty cool. All Madeline's got is fairies and elves on the brain. Well, I've never seen a fairy yet. I wish I could, because she is so smart. Like the story she wrote where she was fed honey on spoons by 9 fairies in dresses made of cobwebs. That's pretty awesome. What I wanted to know was, where was the spider while all this was going on? Now, if she had something real, like a good volcano in that story, or a gorilla, then it would be exciting. Everybody has seen a gorilla, and everybody has seen a volcano. I've not seen a volcano. It's just possible that a volcano might erupt at any minute in the playground, but that's called geography. And it was imagination that made me put that rubber spider in Madeline's desk with a message saying, "Give me back the cobwebs." I was given detention. Mrs. B, the best you can be, said I was to stay in every lunchtime until I had written a decent story. I think this sounds like a fun book. Well, it is not easy to write a story when all you can hear is everybody else in the world having fun. It's not easy when the page is blank and you're hungry and everybody else has already had lunch. And when you notice Miss B, the best you can be, looks like an iguana? What? And that awful clock says you're only 10 minutes left and you can't think of anything to write. I tell you, it's not easy. And then Madeline comes up to you and smiles and says, "I forgive you, Judy Marks." Well, really, if it wasn't for Madeline Coursey being so good, I wouldn't be in this mess. Oh my, I think Judy Marks has an attitude. Let's see. I'm having problems turning the pages, guys. Sorry. On the second lunchtime, when everyone else was playing adventure games, I wrote my name, Judy Marks, And I couldn't think of anything to write after that. And I thought, and I thought, and I thought, nothing. Then I put "I'm caught" in the worst storm in the world has ever seen. It's the worst storm the world has ever seen. She's caught in the middle of it. And I'm the only one who can rescue all the children from the giant iguana. But I didn't say that all the children look like Madeline Corsi and that the iguana looked like you-know-who. This was getting fun. But I couldn't think what to write next. I wanted to put a gorilla into the story and maybe a volcano. But it was too hard to think now. And how can I do it? After lunch, Madeline Corsi said to me, "I hope your story is good, Judy Marks, so you can come and play tomorrow." And I said, "This story is terrific." But I somehow knew she thought I was just being imaginative. The next day, I wrote, "The giant tree vines had grown around my legs and arms, and the volcano was spurting red-hot lava around the island, and all the children were yelling out, 'Save us, Judy Marks!' I had a good mind to stay just where I was." Oh, I'm glad she didn't. After lunch, Madeline Corsi came in and slipped me 2 chocolate chip biscuits under the desk. You know, maybe she really isn't that bad. She can't help being good. So I decided I would rescue her after all. Then Mrs. B, the best you can be, suddenly said, "What's that you've got in your hands, Judy Marks?" That's when I decided that the iguana had to go. Imagine rain pouring down on the hot lava and turning into great clouds of hissing steam. I made one gigantic effort to break the vines with my enormous strength. Then the iguana appeared and what happened? Lunchtime was over. And everybody came into class looking very happy with themselves. That is okay, because I was beginning to feel happy with myself too. Madeline asked me, "How is my story going?" And I told her that Mrs. B, the best you can, was an iguana, and I was about to trap her. We both giggled, but then Mrs. B, the best you can, trapped both of us and said, "You 2 girls come out to the front." Oh man, caught again. She said, "Tomorrow I want you and Madeline to read your stories to the school assembly." And then she smiled. Odd, why would she smile? When Mrs. B, the best you can, smiles, she doesn't look like an iguana at all. The iguana just disappears. That's pretty awesome. Oh, wow. You ready? So that afternoon, I wrote that I dammed up all the rivers on the island, and I stopped the lava from causing any harm. The children were safe, and the iguana was free to roam on its own land. After all, iguanas aren't so bad. The 2 gold stars for Madeline and me were nearly exciting as everyone clapping. I couldn't wait to get started on my new story. It's about a gorilla who rescues two famous writers from a giant cobweb. The end. That was such a cute story. And how about Judy and her imagination? So, with your word today, why don't you get in your imagination and write a cool story? And then you can read it at the evening to your family. I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless you all. Stay safe.